Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing a little bit crochet at the moment. This is more for Michelle, who's All You Knit Is Love. I watched one of her videos this morning. She had just put up where she was showing how she was crocheting, how she had learned to crochet and she was doing a blanket. And she showed a little bit where she had to join on another ball. Well, she was knotting it, I think. So I'm making this video to show Michelle how I join on. You know, there's an end hanging there where I joined. There was a knot in the ball there. But I'll show you how I do this. So this is for Michelle. So just to show how easy it is, where you don't have to knot the wool. Well everyone, this is my blanket that I'm crocheting. And I have already joined it once, where you can see an end here where there was a knot in the wool. And when there's a knot, I do not work through with the knot. I take the knot out and I work my own way to get rid of like a knot there. But I have done half of where I joined the wool, half of it I've brought across here, and this I'm just leaving because I'm going to put an edge around it and I'll sort that out when I get to it, the same as this bit where we started it. I'll work that in as well, but I'm going to show how I join the ball of wool. And as you can see here, this is where my other one ended. I'll blow that up so you can see better. And this is just for Michelle, because watching her video I thought I would show her how I join a ball of wool, especially on this kind of wool. You don't want a knot in this because it'll make a big lump sticking out in your blanket. So that's my piece here. And what I do with this, I leave the little loop there for to join another ball on, and this is the part here, and I go through the loop, just one side of the loop, and just pull it through on each loop. So you're actually crocheting into the loops that you've already done on that previous row, and just keep going along until you've used up all of what was left of the yarn. I have to keep moving my hands out of the camera here. I've got to look what I'm doing. And don't pull it tight, just let it go in at its own, how it feels. Just give a little bit tug like that to make sure you're not pulling it tight. I think that's as far as I can go with that. Now I'll turn my work again, and I'm going to join on another ball now. And so we'll go through the loop, what you've left of the loop, to make the start of your next row. Turn it, leave a little bit like that hanging, and you go into your first stitch as you do with double crochet, and just crochet as normal over those stitches. And as you can see, you're crocheting over that end of the yarn that was left, and that makes it more secure that way. Some people just take the yarn that's left and hold it over like that and just crochet over each stitch and over the thing, but the way I do it I think makes it a bit more secure. And as you can see, there's the end of the where you finished there. So we'll just keep on crocheting over it, and you've made that more secure and you haven't got a big knot sticking out. A knot that's making a big lump in the middle of your blanket. And we've done so far there. And now this end here that you've left, you can either leave it, if you're putting an edge on the blanket, you can leave it to work it in down the side as you go. Or you can do the same as what you've just done with the other one. Just go through the back. I go through the back of the loop this time. Just take it through. So as you can see, you have the V shape here, and you're going through the back of that V shape. I've lost where I was now. There. And you just keep on doing that across the row until you've got all that end worked in. You might have to do a few more double crochets to make sure there's enough room to get all of that end in. That should be enough, I think. If you think it's too long, you've done far enough, just cut a bit off as you get further along. You don't need to do the whole lot. I'm just doing it to show what I do with. I think that's about as far as I would go. I'd probably just cut that little bit off, see if going any further with it. But that's how I join on. And then when you come back across that row, you just crochet over that hole. There's actually 3 stitches you'll be picking up when you go through that one, the same as what you did on the other row. It's as simple as that. And I do that for everything I crochet. Coasters, doesn't matter what it is, that is how I join in another ball of wool, or I have to join in another colour, anything. That's the way I do it. And I think it's a neater way than just leaving a knot in the wool. And as you can see, I am just crocheting over here where I added that ball, and crochet over to the end of the row. Onto my end stitch there. They're ready to turn. And then that's where I joined that ball on at the end there, and you can't really tell there's no knot sticking out of the thing, and it might just be slightly little bit thicker across where, because this is quite thick, this stuff, where you've joined the or crocheted over the end. So that was just a little bit information, that more or less that was for to help Michelle with her crocheting. But I'll put that down for a minute, and I have been doing some more of my own things, and I did that this morning. Finished this off this morning. This was the little one I've shown you I was doing in 4-ply, and I'm doing it from a double knitting pattern, which I am writing out the instructions for a double knit pattern. And I just wondered how the 4-ply would knit in this pattern, and I think it looks much better. The blackberry, that's what I call it. There was an argument on a site that I put it up whether it was blackberry or bubble. And I think it does look a little bit better because it's smaller, the little bumps on it. But I wasn't sure whether this was going to come out in 18. I did it to a size 20 on the pattern that I'm doing. And I wasn't sure whether it was going to come out as 16 or an 18. And I'm going to measure it, but I think it's probably about a 16-inch. And relaxing the knitting, it does say 10 inches for the back, but I think by the time it's sewn up, it'll be probably about 18 inch, so it'll be for a 16. So if you want to use 4-ply from a double knitting pattern, I've done 2 sizes larger to get the size that I wanted. That looks like, sometimes it depends on the 4-ply, because you get some 4-ply which is slightly thicker than others. This is quite a fine 4-ply, so I'm going to make this one as a 16-inch anyway. I think it's going to be a little button-up cardigan. I've left the stitches to pick up for the neck, so it'll probably be a little button-up cardigan. I was just experimenting with the 4-ply for that one to see how it is. And this one that I'm waiting for the ball of wool for, I've had a message from Every, or Hermes as they used to be called, to say that the parts package is going to be delivered between 12:40 and 2:40 today. Well, I usually go down my granddaughter's about 2 o'clock, so I'm going to have to stay in if it hasn't come by then, just to get it. But it doesn't matter, because the kids are all at school now, and they won't be in till, all 3 of them, they won't be in till later on anyway. But I'm going to take my own down with me. I have started this. I didn't get much done last night. I was too busy watching films on my computer again. So I did get the rib finish, and I've just started on the basket stitch that I'm doing. This is a 2x4 basket stitch. I do another one, a 4x4 basket stitch, but this is just a 2x4. So I'll probably take this one down with me when I go to my granddaughter's. I won't see my granddaughter because she's at work. There'll only be Craig and the kids. So this is quite an easy thing to knit, so where the kids are, it's the best thing to take. I don't want anything complicated but end up with mistakes. So that's my little bit for today anyway, and I'll catch up with you another time. So thumbs up and subscribe. Bye for now.